Hey guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with me, and as promised yesterday, we're going to be doing a new project today, and this will be the first time I have done this other than the little prototype that I showed you on yesterday's video, so we'll see how this goes. The first thing that you're going to need is a piece of cardstock that is 12 by 10, and on the 12-inch side, you're going to put it in your scoreboard. Going to score at 1/2 inch. Here we go. 4 1/2 inches. 5 inches. Whoops. Need to put something on my little tool here. 9 1/2 inches. It's not sliding across the paper well. And 10 inches. Now I'm going to flip this over and I'm going to score on the other side. This is just hopefully going to keep my paper from cracking, because this is a basil paper, so sometimes it will crack on you if you're not careful. So just going to give a light score on this side, just to break down those fibers, and hopefully that will keep it from cracking on me. And all I did is just went over those same score marks. Okay, then you're going to turn it to the 10-inch side, and you're going to score at 1/2 inch to start with. Make sure I've got that up there right, and see if I can run straight. There we go. And 9 1/2. And again, I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to do that on the same score lines on the opposite side. I'm not pressing really hard on this one. I'm just pressing enough to break down those fibers. Hopefully, like I said, this will prevent any cracking. Okay, we're going to need to get rid of these little corners that we've got right here, there and there. So let's get rid of those. And I'm just going to cut in slightly, not very much at all. Just a tiny, tiny bit. Just like that. Okay, let's go ahead and fold on our score lines. Now, for this right here, this end that doesn't have the score line on it, there's an end right here, I'm going to be using a little template that I cut out yesterday. And I probably, let's just use this. I'm going to use this little template. And I'm going to show you how to cut this template out too. If you don't want to do this, you can do this on your Cricut or a die cutting tool if you want. I just free-handed it. I'm going to show you how easy that is in just a minute. All I'm going to do is lay this down on there and see if I can get it as straight as possible. And then I'm just going to trace it. Okay. So there is my end. Now I'm going to show you how to do one of those templates and make it really, really easy for you. Just take a piece of paper, the length that you need. You know, in this case, you know, my piece needed to be 9 inches. So we're going to take, I think this is 9. Yep, the 9 inches. And I'm taking my Tim Holtz ruler. And here is my 0. I'm going to find the center. So I'm going to look on this side right here, and I'm going to make sure that my 4 1/2 and 4 1/2 marks are on either end. I'm going to zoom in so you can see that, and then I'll zoom back out. So, ooh, my light's shining on that one. Hold on. Okay, so you see how this is on the 4 1/2, that's on the 4 1/2. There's my 0. So I know that this right here is my center of this piece of paper. So I'm going to mark it on up here just a little bit. That's how you use this Tim Holtz ruler. These things are fantastic. You know how I hate to measure? So instead of me going, okay, this is 9 inches, 4.5 would be the center, and I'm going to go 4.5, just lay this ruler down. Make sure that both ends show the same measurement, since it's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So make sure that both ends are sitting on the same measurement there, and then I know that's my center, okay? Alright, now all you need to do is decide how you want this to look. If you want it to be scalloped, or if you want it to be, you know, zigzaggy, whatever you want to do. If I just want a little scallop, and I want it to start about right here. So I just start there, and I come across at my center point, I go up. Now instead of trying to draw the other one like, you know, to make it exactly alike, all I do is take my paper, fold it in the center, and then I'm just going to cut it out. And there's my template. I'm so sorry. See, when I zoom in, I forget to zoom out. All I did is put score tape on here and folded that over. I'm so sorry. Alright, and then I put score tape over here and here. That's all I done. Alright. Fold that one over. Then take your backing off your score tape on the end. And I'm going to go ahead and clip that just a tiny bit right there and right there. And then I'm going to fold this over just like that. That's going to make a nice outside frame for us. We're not going to have that raw edge showing there. Okay, then we're going to fold this up, and we're going to see, make sure that this is going to fit well. Now when you get that finished, your little scallop here, you're going to take a piece that is 4.5 by 5.5, and this is one of the pieces out of that paper that's a canvas type. It's real thick, and it feels more like canvas than it does anything else. I'm going to pick up my scoreboard since I dropped it. Now what you're going to do on this piece is you're going to score at 1/2 inch on all 4 sides. So 1/2 inch. Okay. And then you're going to cut out the corners, leaving just a little bit so that it'll be easy to fold over. Now if you get the corners taken out, all you're going to do is fold over and burnish everything. Okay, and I think I want this to be the top, so we're going to put some score tape on these 3 on the outside, not the inside, the outside. This one, the top, I'm going to put some score tape on the inside. So what we're going to do now is take the backing off of score tape here. And then just like we've made our other pockets so many times before, we're going to fold these sides in and fold this up just like that. Press it on there where it sticks. And see, we've got our pocket where things will slide down in here and not catch on this. So then on this one, all we're going to do, we just want to reinforce the top of that well. So all we're going to do on this one is we're going to put that one to the inside and fold that down just like that. So this down, everything's going to have a nice edge on there. And I'm going to go ahead and cut this at a little bit more of an angle right there, and probably this one too. There we go. Then bring this back in And what we're going to do here is we're going to, on this side opposite of this, we're just going to start at the bottom and just kind of center that between your score line and the outside, and then just press those down just like that. So then we have a nice pocket right there, and it made out of that canvas type material. It's going to stretch just a little bit, and that's going to be wonderful. If you have a piece that doesn't seem like it's sticking down well, just reinforce it with your scoring tool. Okay, that looks great. Now it's time to cover the outside, but we're going to grab some magnets before we do. I grabbed a pack of our basic gray magnets. We do still have plenty of these, and so far we're still able to get them. And I'm going to pull me out, try to pull me out, a positive and a negative. As you can see, they have the little plus and the negative signs on them, so it's easy to know which is which. There we go. So I've got a positive and a negative, and they're together the wrong way. There we go. Now what I want is, I want a magnet right here. So I'm going to take this backing off of this, and they're really, really sticky. I'm going to put that down right there, pressing it down really well. And then my other one, I just want to make sure that I'm getting this, you know, even on both ends, so that it's not, you know, I don't want it to look like that. I want to make sure that it's even, kinda. That looks pretty good right there. Make sure I throw this again. So just take your time on this and make sure that you get your magnet in the right place. Thinking mine's going to need to go just like that, so I'm going to pull that backing off to expose the adhesive, and then I am just going to press it down right there. I just made sure that I got, you know, that everything was kind of folded like it needed to be. Okay, that looks pretty good. And then you can open it back up. Now we're going to flip it over. Now that, see, I remembered to do my magnet. Aren't y'all proud of me? Normally I don't. I have to put it on the other side. Now you're going to need a piece that is cut. And let me see what this piece is cut. This is cut at 11 by 8.5. Really, I left mine 12. 8.5 by 12. I left it 12 just so that I would have plenty of room to go on there and cut that out. So you can leave it at 12 inches. So what this is going to do, it is going to go just like that. Now here is a place where you can make a choice. You can cut this narrower and make it to where it just goes right there, right inside where you folded this over, and leave more of the outside exposed. That's up to you. You can leave that 1/2 inch exposed. I'm going to cover mine over a little bit just to give it a little bit of extra strength, but it doesn't matter. Either way, it's going to work great. So I'm going to run some ATG tape on here. By the way, our ATG tape bundles, we still have a few left. If you want some of this at a very, very special deal, go over and grab you a bundle. It's a bundle of 10, and I think they're like $16. Regular price is about $25. The link is below. Go over and grab some of it. Now I'm putting a lot of ATG tape on here. I don't want any of this paper, you know, bucking up or having a crinkle in it or anything like that. So I want lots of ATG tape on here. You could use wet glue on here. You just want to use something that's going to hold well and not turn loose. I'm not going to put a lot up here, I don't think, because a lot of that's going to be cut off. Okay, I think I've got a lot of it on there. Now I'm just going to center mine up. I'm going to leave about 1/4 of an inch all the way around. Just like that. Hopefully running it straight. That looks pretty good. Love this paper, isn't that beautiful? And now I'm going to fold again. And I'm going to do just like we do with some of our albums that we cover with the chipboard. We're going to fold easily at first. This does have some glitter in it, so you want to kind of be careful if you're using this paper. And then I'm going to fold this one. Now, I could have probably pre-scored this and been okay, but knowing me, I would pre-score and then I would put my score lines in the wrong place. So, you know, this is not hard, so doing it this way is fine. And I'm going to roll that one over, score it, and one more. And score that one. Alright, so there we go. We've got that. And now we're just going to trim this off right there, and we'll be good to go. There we are so far. Isn't that pretty? I think it's gorgeous. Okay. Now what we're going to do on the inside of here is we're going to put this notepad down. And I know you've seen some of these made before, maybe not just like this one. I know this is pink. I may not put that one down. I may put this one down. I like that one better to go with that. These just come from the dollar store. They do have a magnet on the back that is very stuck. So you will have to do a little bit of tearing to get that magnet off. But this back part's going to be glued down anyway, so it's not going to matter. I tore that other one up pretty good trying to get it off. So just peel it off as best you can. Ah, there we go. That one actually came off a little bit easier. And then we want to put it closer to this side over here. So we're going to run some tape down through here. And I'm just going to use my ATG tape. I think that will stick well enough. I'm going to run it all the way down the back. Now, since this back is really, really flimsy, I'm taking a piece of our heavy cardstock. This is the craft cardstock. And I'm just going to cover this back with it. That way I can use my little sleeve to slide it in and out. And I don't have to worry about it. Because you want this to be able to, you know, where you can replace it and put another one in when you use this one up. So I'm just putting that on there. I didn't even cut it the right size. I just picked up one that I had scrap. And then I'm going to trim it off. This is my way of measuring. Just like that. So see, now we've got a good back on there that we can use to go under our sleeve. So let's do a sleeve now. I'm going to use this piece of paper that was left over from this to make a sleeve. And this is how I make the sleeves as well. Like I said, I do not measure a lot if I can get out of it. I pull that under, leave me a little bit on that side. I fold it around, and then I fold this one around, and where they meet, I just clip that off. And I've got a sleeve there. Take it back out. I just make sure that it's folded straight like that. And then I reinforce the score lines in it. And then I'm going to run some ATG, not ATG tape, but I'm going to run some score tape on the back because I do want this to be really strong. I don't want this to fall off when I take this one out, put another one in, that kind of thing. Because this is going to be in my purse. It's going to be for, you know, note taking when I'm out in town, or if I'm at the grocery store, I can use this for my grocery list and put my little coupons in here. Surely I'm not the only one that coupons anymore. Okay, and now all we're going to do is we're going to slide this back on. I hope I have been in frame. I've not been looking. I told you this is a new project and I haven't made it before, so I'm having to really pay attention. We're going to make sure that we put that down right there, but first off we're going to take this one off. We're going to stick those together. Now I'm going to make this kind of loose. I'm not going to stick it together tight because I want it to be where I can take them in and out. So see, I've got room there. And then we'll take the backing off of these. I just turn it over, and I'm going to make sure that I put it about center. I'm going to put it closer to this score line over here, so I'm probably going to turn it like this. Press that down about right there. There we go. So now we have that. And now we're going to make a little thing right here to hold a pencil. And this extra piece that you had right here left over is just big enough to do that. I take my little stylus. This barrel is about as big as most pens that you get in town or whatever. If you need one bigger, just use the pen that you want to put in here. And I'm just going to roll that around a few times. I'll roll it around a few more times. It's just breaking down those fibers so that I can get it good and smooth. I'm going to cut some of this off because I really don't need that much. So I'm going to cut that right there. Now I'm going to put a little tape right here. I'll put this back on there and make sure that I kind of roll it straight. And then I'm just going to keep rolling it until I get to where that tape is and press it down. Pull that right out and put this down right there on the side. And I am going to use score tape to put this down because we want it to hold. So I'm going to put my score tape right on that line right there where I put it together. Make sure that it's pressed down really well. And then we will put it about right there. So I'm putting it right beside my pad, but not on that score line. Then I can put my pen in there, just like that, and then close it up. And we have a nice notepad holder, coupon holder. I got my pen in there for all my writing. And I can stick this in my purse and I don't have to worry about the raw edges. And like I said, if this does start cracking or anything, I will just run some washi tape on there that matches all this and I'm fine. You can cover this with contact paper, just the regular clear contact paper like you get in town. Just cut, just measure it out, cut you a piece of contact paper that is the size. Put it down on top of all of this and then just trim it out. Make sure you press it down really well and get all the wrinkles out of it, and you've got it covered for the weather or whatever. So that is it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this project. I know it was a little bit slower because, like I said, I've not made it before. I just had my prototype yesterday put together. But I hope you enjoyed this. If you want to decorate the front of yours, you can. I'm not going to decorate mine because I'm going to throw it in my purse. But I hope you enjoyed. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and we will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.